So very slowly, we are coming towards the end of Volume 1, this episode itself covering chapters 4 and 5 of the manga. And still, not deviating from adapting 2 chapters an episode that has so far in this anime adaptation been the standard. Chapters 4 and 5 are both titled Tanjirou's Journal Parts 1 and 2 respectively, and obviously focus on Tanjiro as he documents the training he undergoes in the hopes of one day not only being able to tell Nezuko everything he's done, as Nezuko has been in a sleeping state for quite a while now, but also in the hopes of one day being eligible for the final selection. The Genin exam, if you will, for people hoping to become a small part of the much bigger but still small Demon Slayer Corps, although I feel like the Chunin exam is a far more accurate representation of what the final selection is. I will talk a lot more about the Demon Slayer Corps and what it means to be a part of it later on in the discussion, but honestly, I'm only able to do that thanks to the attention they gave the Corps in the first place. They really gave the people who are already a part of the Demon Slayer Corps and those who stand at the top of it, they are just desserts. I mean, look at everything Tanjiro went through. Look at all the repetition and dedication it took to just simply become eligible for the exam to become one of these swordsmen. This episode was supposed to be all about training, all about Tanjiro working up the strength to be able to fight and to be able to make those words he said to Giyu back in episode 1, not just words without substance, but actual goals Tanjiro could achieve, and it was. Training arcs, depending on the anime and how they're handled, can either be a weak point for a series or it can be inconsequential for it. I say this because you never really hear about a training arc improving somebody's opinion on a series. But with that being said, I have been hearing relatively good things about this episode, despite it being one fully focused on Tanjiro's training. The fact that it was very montage-esque and handled quickly being some of the positives I have seen around the anime community. Which is very interesting because this was the first time, I do believe, that the staff actually went off script and added in some anime only material. They actually extended the training, not by too much, but still. One of my favorite aspects of this training is how all the training that Tanjiro had done is immediately put to use when we are introduced to Sabito and Makomo. 2 characters very much shrouded in mystery, but 2 characters that have seemingly gone through the same training Tanjiro has undergone with Urokodaki. As a manga reader, I can't really say much about these 2 characters, but I did enjoy seeing them in color, as odd as that sounds. One thing that I did notice when watching this that I didn't when I first started reading this series over a year ago is that Sabito's robe matches Giyu's haori, which of course could mean many things. I don't know, I don't find myself having too many negative things to say about this series, if any. The pacing, the comedy, music, casting, animation, the visuals, you name it, these have all been handled brilliantly so far. However, with Tanjiro now slicing the rock in half and being eligible for the final selection, which is an exam, we can only assume that things will start speeding up, and if so, I'm curious to see how this staff will handle that. But what I found most interesting is that in an episode filled with training, mysterious characters, and very little but noteworthy world building, I don't know why, but I find it a lot more interesting to talk about the small world building more than I do anything else. We are introduced to the Demon Slayer Corps as an organization this episode. These swordsmen who wear destroy on their backs along with their all black uniforms and seek to essentially destroy every last demon in existence. And in all of this exposition that we got early on in the episode, there wasn't a why or a mention to why do people become demon slayers. What does it mean to be a demon slayer, and what does it mean to be a part of the demon slayer corps? It's an organization unrecognized by the government, so chances are there's no monetary gain that comes with this job. Demons themselves are more like an urban legend to most people, barring those who have had encounters with them and lived, so public recognition isn't really possible either. Humans tire, demons don't. Demons regenerate limbs, humans don't. Demons have otherworldly powers, humans don't. So why? Why do people put their bodies through vigorous training? Why do humans put their lives on the line against these demons, knowing full well that they are severely outmatched? Well, it wouldn't be unreasonable to look at our main character, Tanjirou, and see what's motivating him to get an idea. If there's one person in this world who has had their family or entire village slaughtered by demons, then I'm sure there's plenty more who have suffered a similar experience. Point is, I don't think anybody really grows up thinking, hey, I'm going to become a demon slayer. It just happens. Whether it be for revenge, to avenge your fallen brethren, or to simply make it so nobody else has to go through what you did, or both. There's a reason as to why living people, humans, choose to go down this path. And honestly, I think that's something worth noting whenever we meet somebody who's brave enough to proudly wear that all black uniform. But hey, these are all my thoughts and opinions, and I'm curious to read yours. If you're an anime only, let me know how you felt about this episode. Did you like the way this series handled its training arc? And did you enjoy not only the new characters that we were introduced to, but the way the combat was handled as well? And if you're a manga reader, let me know how you felt Ufotable adapted this episode, and what parts did you think they could have done a better job with, if any. Also, as per usual, feel free to discuss anything I forgot to mention in the comments below. Please like the video if you did enjoy it. Also, consider subscribing and also hitting that bell. That way you don't miss a video and can continue watching Kimetsu no Yaiba and many other series with me. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm sorry for the delay in videos recently. I'm quite busy, it's hot, I'm sick. That's it, really. I love this YouTube stuff. I love discussing with you guys in the comments, but this isn't really a priority for me at the moment. I do, however, pride myself in trying to get these videos up as soon as I can. Unfortunately, that hasn't been possible recently, and I hope you understand. Things will start getting better soon though, don't trip. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.